Now, one pretty cool thing we found out, we actually may be related. Our paternal links and maternal links both came back very close.
Yeah, we both know that both of our families came from Western Europe, but specifically Scandinavia.
Earlier we showed you Brooke's genealogy. Mine didn't come back so clear. To get the results of our DNA, Brooke and I had to swish around a mouthwash for a minute or so, spit it into a cup, and mail it back. A few weeks later, we got our results. 50 pages of ancestral history, but in my case,
there might be some research that needs to be done to find out why the name is different with the people you're connected with.
Apparently, I didn't swish correctly, and only 25 DNA markers were able to be read for me. A good test results in 43 markers.
It's kind of like a surprise box, you know. You don't know anything about your DNA until you kind of look at it, and sometimes it's pretty cool information, sometimes it's pretty, normal or average, so kind of, some people have more common DNA profiles than others.
So apparently life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get, even when you're talking about the building blocks of life. Now that didn't satisfy me, and I was ready to take a bigger bite out of my family tree. So I connected with a cousin of mine who has spent the last 10 years researching the Douglas family tree. He has information dating back about 150 years on the Douglas side, and some branches from that family go back past the Revolutionary War. One little nugget stood out for my DNA test from GeneTree.com.
We find the closest connection to Chad with people whose last name is Emerson. It's pretty strong evidence that you two share a common ancestor.
But looking at my family tree with cousin John, there's no Emerson branching out anywhere.
Maybe one of our ancestors was fooling around and with an Emerson.
Sounds funny, but there may be some truth in it.
It could be because there was an adoption that wasn't documented. It could be that there was an illegitimacy a few generations ago that was not documented.
One other possibility, this Emerson connection may be way back hundreds of years ago before last names were used. Well, it looks like I got a little work to do, but I found out some cool things from cousin John's family tree. I found out I have some famous, albeit pretty distant relatives. On my dad's side of the family tree, I'm related to, there was Desi Arnaz and Lucille Ball, Jimmy Stewart, Audrey Hepburn, and I even have some presidential blood in me. I'm distantly related to President Millard Fillmore and both George Bushes.